Welcome everyone, I'm K Plays Games, this is Ep49 and you're looking at something new. No, I haven't bought a skin for a Maller and decided to show you that. This is in fact a Tech 2 heavy assault cruiser called the Sacrilege, which if you recall, I've been promising you for quite some time and I finally finished all the training I had to unlock it. Yes, it has missile pods on it because the Sacrilege is a missile-based ship, which is a bit weird for a Mar, but here we go. It looks very much like a Maller. Maybe these little wingy bits here and some more sticky out aerials are different, and it's got a different skin. Other than that, it's a Tech 2 Maller. Let's have a closer look at it, and by that I mean the fit. If you remember, this fit was designed to take on the Angel Cartel 5 out of 10 escalations in Minmatar space, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Because I came up to Minmatar space yesterday, I ran lots of refuges and I managed to get 3 5 out of 10 escalations. This one is in 0.4, so we will not be doing that, and hopefully we'll run these two which spawned in H.A.C, but remember these are 5 out of 10s. And the Angel Cartel 5 out of 10 is particularly nasty. So this fit is designed solely for this one site in mind. Yes, it does cost 270 million ISK to buy this ship and this fit, but that's because it's Tech 2. So let's have a look at the traits of the Sacrilege first. For each skill level of the heavy assault cruiser's skill, you get 10% bonus to heavy missile and heavy assault missile maximum velocity, which increases the missile range, because it's missile velocity, not ship velocity, and you get 5% bonus to rapid light missile, heavy missile and heavy assault missile launcher rate of fire. At the minute we have heavy assault cruiser level 3, so we get 30% faster missiles and 15% faster rate of fire. And for every level of a Mar cruiser, you get 5% bonus to heavy missile and heavy assault missile damage, and 4% to all armour resistances. Now if you look in the requirements tab, this is all the skills I had to train to unlock this ship, which is why you've been watching level 4 missions for quite a few weeks now, and guides in between those. But just to sit in the ship you need to have a Mar cruiser at 5, so just by the very nature of the fact that we're sitting in a Sacrilege, you get 25% more damage and 20% to all your resistances, and it can use assault damage controls, which I will discuss very soon. Right, let's have a look at the fit. 5 Tech 2 heavy assault missile launchers. Yes, because I spent the time. I not only trained for the Tech 2 ship, I trained for Tech 2 heavy assault missiles. This wasn't purely for the extra damage which they provide, which is nice, but specifically because I really wanted this stuff, the Javelin Tech 2 heavy assault missile. Javelin heavy assault missiles have much longer range than normal heavy assault missiles. Heavy assault missiles are usually really short range, like 20 kilometers or so. So with the ship traits and the Tech 2 long range ammunition and 2 rigs, Tech 2 rigs mind you, this one is faster missiles, this one is longer flight time. With a combination of all of that, our missile range is 50 kilometers. This is important because in the final room of the site we're going to run, there are 3 web towers that spawn somewhere between 35 and 50 kilometers, depending on where the random number generator drops you when you warp into that room. These are the first things that need to die, and they need to die really quickly, because there's 2000 DPS coming at us in that room. That's right, you heard me correctly, 2000 DPS in the face, and if we are webbed by 3 web towers we will basically not be moving and will explode very shortly after that. So that's why when we go into that final room we will go in with javelins loaded, we'll kill the web towers, and then we'll see what we can do. We'll go back to rage. So the damage with the javelins is only 304 plus 100 from the drones, not that we'll be putting drones out, at that minute, so we've only got 304 DPS out to 50 kilometers, but that's enough to kill towers because towers aren't very strong. Most of the rest of the time, well, all the rest of the time, we'll be using Raid, which is the shorter range but much higher damage ammunition. A couple of months ago, the short range high damage Tech 2 ammunition was given a 15% raw damage buff, which is why we're using this stuff, because it's awesome. So the range drops to 28 kilometers, but the damage goes from 404 up to 625, so 524.9 from the missiles, which is superb. And because they're heavy assault missiles, they apply really well to pretty much anything bigger than a cruiser. You'll see that when we're on the site. The damage ticker will basically just be 5 instances of the same number because it applies almost perfectly. This is just a little utility slot. We do have one turret slot, so I could have used the 252 power grid and 22 CPU and fitted a tiny little turret here, but I plumped for this auto targeting system instead. It does exactly what it says in the tin. It targets things automatically when you turn it on, but you don't really want to do that because you want to have control over what you target. So why have I bothered to fit this? Because when it's fitted and online, you get +2 maximum targets, which is nice. So usually this ship would only have 7 targets maximum, but when we fit this and online it, we go up to 9, which is cool. Mid slots, brace yourselves. I'm going to trigger all the MR players here. I have shield tanked this Sacrilege. Even though it gets traits for armor resistances, I've shield tanked it. This is a large Tech 2 shield booster. It repairs 276 shield every time it does a cycle, and that works out as around 69 hit points a second, which is pretty damn good. If we look at armor repairers, we'll just quickly simulate these. We'll put on an enduring armor repairer and then change the tank to armor repair rate. It's only 31.1. So this single shield is repairing 69 a second, and this single armor repairer is only doing 31. So 2 armor repairers is 62.2, taking up 2 low slots, which I want for damage things, and they're still not repairing as much as the single shield. So that's why we've done that. That's one of the reasons we've done that. Let's go back into sim mode. There's our old friend, the large compact cat battery, which goes on every ship because it's the best module in the game. A compact afterburner because we don't have skills for Tech 2 yet, and a compact explosive shield hardener, again because we don't have skills for Tech 2. Let's talk about the resistances on this ship. Okay, I've turned off both the hardening things, and you'll notice that the explosive and kinetic are really huge already because this is a Tech 2 ship and they have huge native resistances. If I was in a Caldari heavy assault cruiser, it would have really high kinetic and thermal. If I was in a Minotaur one, it would have really high EM and thermal, because Tech 2 ships tend to have a resistance profile tailored to their traditional lore enemies, and because we're a Mar, our enemies are Minotaur, so we naturally have really high explosive and kinetic resists, which is great because that's exactly the same resistance profile that the Angel Cartel dish out. So this ship is perfect for this task. So why have I bothered to fit this hardener when we have 89% explosive resistance? Because let me tell you, 89% is nowhere near enough for this site. It's just nowhere near. I mean, if we were running level 4 missions, this would be more than good enough, and we wouldn't need this or anything else. We just get through in the natural resistances. But we need it. So when we turn it on, our resistances goes up to 94%, which is better. It's much better. Although it says it gives 42%, we go from 89 to 94 because this is giving us 42% of the difference between 100 and our current resist, which is 89. So we're getting 42% of 11, which is 5, if you can do basic mathematics. So we go from 89 to 94. So this is really nice. Afterburner, because we want to go fast, but not a microwatt drive, because we want to be cap stable. See, when we turn this off, we're cap stable, because this site is going to take us forever, and we need to tank forever, and we need to be fast forever. Here we have a pretty small signature radius, and we're fast, and we've got high resists and a cap stable Tech 2 large shield booster. We're going to need all of that in conjunction to keep us alive, as you'll see. Low slots, 3 Tech 2 ballistic control systems and a coprocessor 2. I did have a different fit, which the coprocessor wasn't here. I'm not sure if I showed you these before. They just give you an extra 10% CPU on the ship. Without this, everything here had to be compact, like the shield booster, cap battery, hardener, afterburner, and then 4 compact ballistic control systems. And we actually get more DPS from having 3 Tech 2s as opposed to 4 compact versions. So I used that knowledge and I whacked a coprocessor on, and this let us fit a Tech 2 shield booster for really good repping. And this is the assault damage control, lift till last, because it works really differently. Normal damage controls work in the same way as this. They're passive and they just give small amounts of armor and shield resist and a fairly decent hull damage resist. They're usually a PvP module, but heavy assault cruisers can fit these ones, which are the assault damage control. And if I click it again, you'll notice that all the resistances go up to 75, because this is an active module. Look at the resists the ship has when this thing is active. It's absolutely insane. 99% explosive damage resist, 93% kinetic, and the armor goes to 96 and 93, so it's really cool. You might think, well, this is OP as all hell, and yes it is, but it only has a duration of 8.78 seconds, which is 9 seconds, because as we know, EVE Online works on 1 second ticks. So we have 9 seconds of this basically invulnerable mode, which is nice because that gives us another 2 large shield boosts. 276 times 2 is just over 500, so it'll give us an extra 500 shield, but it does have a cooldown of 150 seconds, so you can only turn it on once for 9 seconds every 150 seconds. You know, that's 2.5 minutes. That's a fairly long cooldown time. So the plan is go into the final room, use the javelins to take out the web towers and get up to speed, and then probably wait until the shields get taken down and then hit this, which gives us 2 more shield boosts. I believe our missile launchers have a rate of fire of 3.1, which is basically 4. So it'll give us another 2 volleys of missiles. So it'll give us some extra time to try and kill things before we have to warp out. So we'll get just under 550 odd extra shields, and it will still be at 94%. Even after this runs out, we'll still have 94% resists. So that is the big plan. This thing is just a real safety net, but I do think we're going to need this, because I did actually cheat a little bit. I didn't go into the test server because I consider that mega cheating. My other character, who's essentially maximum skills in all aspects of combat, he came to Minmatar space in a Sacrilege fitted exactly the same as this, and he had some trouble. He had to warp out three or four times in the final room, so God knows how many times they're going to have to warp out with this character, because I think the other character has about 24% more DPS than the one we have with us today. The tank is exactly the same, so that's good. So at least we know we can tank it. Whether or not we can kill things fast enough, that remains to be seen. But as long as we can kill at least one cruiser or larger ship in the final room before we have to warp out each time, then we know we can do it. But that will be after downtime, because there's only 20 minutes to go, and I need to psych myself up for it, get some caffeine in my body, And we'll see if we can't get our 300 million-esque Tech 2 ship blown up. And we'll discuss the rewards of this site when I see you again. Okay, downtime has been and gone. We've got 10,000 rage missiles, 2,000 javelins. I hope that's enough to do at least one of these two sites. I think we're ready to go. But before we do, let's take a quick look at the overview. What we're hoping to find, and what we do have, is a player-owned station which has this arrow which says we have docking access, which means we can warp out to this and then get free repairs on everything. So this will be our escape route, which we will utilise quite a few times. So let's get going.
Warp drive active.
Get some blurb. Again, this is the Angel's Red Light District 5 out of 10 combat site. We are cap stable, so I'll just turn everything on now. Okay, let's see how far we get at 94% explosive damage resistance. Would be nice not to get my 300 million-esque brand new ship destroyed instantly, but let's see. Little reference to a certain James Hendricks there. Okay, 1 million bad guys. Let's just head straight up, because we've literally spawned on top of this guy. Let's hope. Yeah, there we are, look at that. Almost perfect application. Pretty damn good. This is an awful lot of bad guys. Okay, we've killed something, hooray! I think I'll manually pilot in this site, just double clicking in the direction I want to go. I think that's going to be the wise thing to do. I do wonder how many... I can't remember how many maximum targets or skills let us have. Well, there's 7, 8. Do we have enough for 9? Let's find out. Right, they want to kill this cruiser next. I have to remember we only have 28-kilometer range, so let's just go close to them. Okay, so the auto-targeter is great, which means we can actually target 9 things, which is fantastic. See the shields like going down and then up. And see, this is even with 94% damage. See, not everything has aggressed us. We're not even at the stage of full room aggression yet. I moved the auto-targeter all the way over here so we didn't misclick it or hit the wrong F key and mistakenly turn it on. Right, let's put out the little drones and see if they can kill something. I know like quite a lot of these frigates haven't aggressed yet. They might aggro the drones. We'll keep an eye on them. So far so good. The shields pretty much holding steady. Drones are doing their thing. Okay, I think we're going to be alright in this first room. Now here come the target painters. 2 target painters, which make our signature radius larger, which means that we take more damage from everything. Okay, there's some battle cruisers in here, I didn't see them. Right, these battle cruisers need to die right now. That. I had to pop the invulnerable module. I had to in the first room, not great. See the difference it made? I mean, the shield was almost gone, and we turned this on, and for 9 seconds we had 99% resists, and that gave us enough time to do 2 shield boosts, which, because it's a Tech 2 large on a cruiser hull, was an absolute whack of hit points got added back onto us, and gave us enough time to kill these 2 battle cruisers, which should hopefully reduce the damage. Okay, that plan worked out well. Let's get back on the cruisers. In fact, that plan worked absolutely perfectly. Okay, so fitting this was the correct thing to do. Well done, me. Oh, we actually took 2 armor hit points there. How annoying. Yeah, the drones took a little bit of aggro from a couple of things, but they're doing fine. We will have to keep an eye on them, make sure they're still killing frigates and not trying to kill the battleships. I'll just lock up all the battleships. Ah, damn. See
A
what we've done
module has
here.
run out of charges. A module has run out of charges.
We weren't paying enough attention. We got out of range. Whoops. So remember, the range is only 28. We took a bit more damage here as we were slowing down to turn about. See, the drones are trying to kill a battleship, and that's the wrong target. They need to kill frigates. Okay, we're back in range of this guy now. I did consider bringing mobile tractor units here and dropping them in each room to loot everything. But then, as we know, they're pretty easy to find, and if someone scans us down and they're in a better ship than we are, they can actually steal the entire site, and that's not anything I want to comprehend. In total, this site has about 20 million in bounty between all the rooms. The only other guarantee you have is one of these Overseer's personal effects, and in the case of this site, it's an 18th tier. Everything we found until now has been like 6, 7, 8, maybe a 9, but this has an 18th tier. And its base NPC purchase price is 43.2 million. So we're guaranteed to get that and 20 million-esque bounty. So we're guaranteed, if we can complete the site, to get at least 60 million. This is 60 mil plus, which is fantastic. So even if it takes us 3 hours to complete this one site, it's still 20 million-esque an hour, which is still pretty good for high security space. Looks like, yeah, 325, 325, 324, 324, 319, we're applying pretty well. Obviously our skills are still training. I mean, warhead upgrades is more damage, rapid launch is more rate of fire, guided missile precision and target navigation prediction or application. And heavy assault cruisers is more range, I think. Yeah, we're just getting out of range of the battleships, so it's not a problem. I'm just going to loot this as we go, might as well. So we handled this room alright. We didn't get our target priority right because I didn't spot there was 2 battle cruisers in the back and they put the hurt on until we remembered and sorted them out. We popped this, put us up to 99 and 92% resist. The shield pretty much fixed itself all the way up because that gave us enough time to kill the battle cruisers. So it's actually going rather well. But no, let's go and open that battleship wreck. The annoying thing about this site is that because there are so many frigates, it's really hard to get your medium drones out before you've killed all the frigates, and then by the time you've killed all the frigates, because there are so many, then you've pretty much only left the battleships. So you pretty much just rely on your missile damage of 524. Okay, looks like we're in range of this warlord. Let's start working on him. And the drones have decided they really hate this sentry tower, don't they? Once these last 2 frigates are gone, we'll get the medium drones out. Your explosive drones have got like the weakest damage anyway, but it is a correct damage type to be doing at Angels. As we see, 9% explosive resist. Where am I going? Oh yeah. Nope, nothing there. Let's have a look at this. Apparently there was an Overseer battleship wreck. I'm not sure if this is a proper Tech 2 ship, so if we salvage that, then we might possibly be able to get Tech 2 salvage components out of it. Okay, let's bring the light drones back in and get the mediums out. Mediums. Kill this battleship, please. Thank you. As you see, we have found no loot of any consequence so far. Now he's getting out of range. We're going to have to kill them first and then loot. It's not a problem. So this is by far the easiest room in this site. Oh yes, it is. The next room's worse, and the final room's an absolute disaster. Missiles just look so cool when they fire.
The module has run out of charges.
Well, they would do if you hadn't run out of ammo.
Charges.
The drones are just basically not doing anything to this guy, so we'll just send them on a... we'll just get them to kill the sentry turret. See, the Overseer didn't drop a loot box, because they just don't. I believe that the... well, I know that the 18th tier Overseer's personal effect is the only one you get in this mission. None of the other rooms provide you with any of these. We'll take that. Extra large shield booster worth about 130,000. So we have used almost exactly 1,000 missiles in this room so far. It's just how it goes. We're not using never run out laser crystals anymore. We're actually burning through the ammunition. We'll let the drones just pick away at this guy as we loot the field. It would be nice to get a Tech 2 afterburner to go slightly faster than we are. Probably not far away from having the skills for that. What's the variations? Tech 2 requirements. Yeah, it's 18 hours for afterburner 4. I suppose you could say that this site is comparable to an extremely difficult level 4 mission. And people run these 5 out of 10s in battleships and they have a terrible time because battleships are large and slow and they take almost full damage from everything. They put out like twice the damage of us. That's good. Arbalest missile launcher, we'll take that, thank you. Well, we're getting a little bit more loot. There's 753,000. And since the Tech 2 battleship Marauder class got a huge buff quite recently, they'd be good for running this. The buff they got is that they have a special module called a Bastion module, which reduces their speed to 0, doubles the repping power of their repairing things, and most recently it got a 2 times modifier to your rate of fire. So now you're getting these Tech 2 battleships pushing out about 3,000 damage per second, and obviously doubling their reps as well. They just can't move. But then when you've got 3,000 DPS and double rep, you don't really care if you're stationary or not, you just melt everything. Okay, I think we're in range to help the drones kill this guy, because they're basically not doing anything. His health's actually going up. There's B and Angel Cartel, they're all shield tanking. Let's have a look in this other battleship wreck. we should be able to complete this site if the assault damage control continues to work as well as it has in this first room. Just bring the drones back, they're not doing anything other than annoying him. Oh, we're just about out of range again. Yeah, we're out of range, okay. We could, of course, play around with overheating things, but I'd rather not overheat in PvE unless I really have to. Nothing worth anything in there. Hey, one more wreck and then we'll approach the battleship and finish him off. Nothing worth anything. He's approaching us, that's fine. Right, let's loot and hope we get something good. Reload with more rage. Which problem is we're going to be burning through lots of ammo because our DPS isn't as high as it could be. We still have another 20-ish% to add on to our damage we have through various skill training. All the missile skills have still got another couple of levels to go, as does heavy assault cruisers. Yeah, heavy assault cruiser rate of fire, so we get another 10% bonus to rate of fire once we do these. Right, he's got nothing worth anything. Let's get through the gate. Hey, room 1 done. It's fairly chill, apart from the one time we had to hit the oh my god we're going to die panic module. Let's try and get battle cruisers first in this next room, shall we? Get our target priority correct. This shows how important resistances are.
Warp drive active.
More blurb. The only thing that could really kill us is if this player station is in a direct line towards the warp-in point in the final room. Which doesn't look like it is, which is good. Okay, let's just go straight upwards again. Kill these two cruisers. Look at this huge big ball of bad guys, it's unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 8, 9, 10 battle cruisers. God knows how many battleships and frigates, and there's even some destroyers in here, and sentry guns. Hooray! So ideally we'd go pretty much towards the gate and try and get the battle cruisers next. There's a building here, you have to destroy this to get the key card to get through the final room. So this will be a full clear. There isn't really a blitz you can do in this site. Because again, in the third room, the loot dropper is a structure and it has 100,000 hit points, and it would take us about 5 minutes to grind it down, and there's no way we'd be able to tank 2000 DPS for 5 minutes. Right, let's see if we can just keep flying in this direction. As soon as we see this go to 27, we'll open fire. Right, fingers crossed, here we go. We need to kill all these battle cruisers first. And keep our speed up. I love killing battle cruisers, they're nice and squishy. Right, let's just slash downwards at an angle. Keep an eye on the shields and everything. Do you have to remember that the warp out station is pretty much behind us at the minute, which actually looks good for us because the final room gate is pointing pretty much in the direction of that station, which is just blind luck. Total blind luck, but I will take it. I will take it, thank you very much. Of course, if the station was over here, we'd warp in here and then warp out there and drag everything this way, so when we walked back into the room we land right in the middle of them, and that'd be pretty much instant death. Okay, they are all slowly picking up the aggro, so we don't have to worry. Luckily not too many of the battleships have aggressed so far, so we'll just carry on what we're doing, picking away at the battle cruisers. Shield is holding pretty well, as you would imagine. Right, these destroyers are beginning to annoy me, so I'm going to put the light drones out and get them to kill the destroyers. Off they go, they can do their thing. Yeah, shield's beginning to get a little bit worrisome, because more and more things are picking up the aggro, but then we're killing more and more things. There's a little bit of multitasking, not too much. Okay, I think everything is aggressed now. Yep, full room aggro. Shield looks alright. As long as we keep moving, we should be okay. Not like the first room when we had to use the "oh my god, we're going to die" module. Maybe I should have reloaded before I opened fire there. Need to pay more attention. There's another battle cruiser. Yeah, we've got our target priority correct in this room now. Kill the battle cruisers because they're squishy and they hurt us more than the battleships are hurting us. It's the benefit of being such a small ship with fast speed and high resistances.
A module has run out of charges. A module has run out of charges.
Where are they?
A module has run out of charges.
What is it with these drones and turrets?
A module has run out of charges.
I know.
A module has run out of charges.
That is so annoying, isn't it? One, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That'll be the end of him. Boop. Plop. Good. Not sure we're quite in a position to start looting as we're shooting just yet. I might do that after we kill all the battle cruisers. There's only 2 more to go. Where is this other one? Oh, he's down here as well. Okay, we'll just head down that way. In fact, yeah, we'll just start looting now. Maybe a little bit overconfident on my part, but I'll take it. I think there's only 1 frigate left, looks like it. Yeah, good. And the drones are on him, excellent. Right, cruisers now. And the drones can just kill whatever they want. Nothing worth anything. Let's have a look at this. It's always worth looking inside this small wrecks, because you might get one of these pink warp disruption modules that are worth a couple of million each. As long as we don't slow down too much when we change direction, the shield should be able to recover itself. We're still knocking down the DPS as we go. And the drones are all just shooting random things, it's fine. They're taking some damage from the sentry guns, but because they're so small and so fast, it's just not very much. There goes another cruiser. I think there's just 1 more cruiser. Right, let's keep moving. Let's have a look in this battle cruiser wreck. Yeah, it's the last cruiser, then we'll be on to the battleships. Excellent. There goes another gun turret. Open that. Nothing worth anything. Keep moving. No, thank you. You notice that whenever we slow down to change direction, we take massive damage for a few seconds until we get back up to speed. It's another nice example of how much speed actually matters. Right, nothing worth anything. Let's slow down, change direction. You'll see we'll take quite a lot of damage. Not too much that time. That's good. Because we're really close. Nothing worth anything. Let's have a look in this one. And of course the drones are just fannying about all over the place. Let's get them concentrated on the guns and they can help us. Yes, kill that. So room 2 was actually better than room 1 because I got my target priority correct this time. Right, let's reload. Ding! That's what we're after. Thank you. That was exactly what I wanted. 150 meters a second. Huge damage. These are the good stuff. Lovely. 3.69 for that. Might as well lock up everything. Are there any more wrecks? No. Oh, okay. Whoa. Vital items. Lovely. Right, let's just keep moving. Right, let's orbit this building at 10 kilometers. Lock it up. Hopefully we'll be okay. If we don't... I could have orbited tighter, but I didn't want to actually start bouncing off things. Right, there's a wreck. Let's get into that. I think we'll let the drones dictate what we're going to shoot at. In fact, let's get the medium drones out. Oh, these not worth anything. Let's orbit this at 5 kilometers. Don't want to go any tighter in case we start bouncing off the gate or the actual scenery, because that would be bad. So far so good. We seem to be running this site pretty well. But you do see how bad things get really quickly. I mean, things are going well until they're not, and then it's absolute panic stations. Yeah, just keep an eye on the missile damage. 176, 176, all of them. 176, good. Perfect application on this guy. Beautiful. That's why heavy assault missiles are great. I mean, I could have fitted a longer range heavy missile fit, but the application is worse and the damage is worse. All you get is range, and I could have done that. Run away at really long range, but I'd rather get up close with hams and actually hit things hard. Plinking away for hours on end with much lower DPS at longer range slows down your run times significantly. Right, let's get into this wreck. We don't have an awful lot of shield. We only have 1100, which is why we start taking damage. It goes down really quickly because we only have 1100 of it. We're repairing 276 every 4 seconds. So about 5 shield boosts would completely fill this up, so it'd take 20 seconds to go from no shield to full shield from the booster. Yeah, basically no shield buffer, it's all in the rep. Man, we're finding some loot today. Good old battleship wrecks, full of the good stuff. Right. Definitely have to reload now, and then we'll approach this guy. These guys like to stay at range. I could reload for javelins, but there's no point. Might as well just approach with rage and punch him in the face till he dies. There's something else that's really good. Excellent. That was like a super mega web that only fits on battleships. The closer you are, the stronger it gets. So you are maximum velocity bonus minus 82.5. So optimal range 1,000 meters. So if something's orbiting you that close, you'll reduce its speed by 82.5. It only works on all these ships: battleships, Black Ops, which is Tech 2 battleships, Tech 2 battleship marauders, and capital ships. Serious weaponry. And our cargo's getting pretty full. Yow. What is all this loot we've got? Yeah, pretty good. Resistances, armor plates, hull rep, missile launcher, boosters. Yeah, nice stuff. Not bad. Because we're on direct approach, our angular velocity is 0, so he's hitting us really well because we're on direct approach. But it's fine, we can tank it. We have the resistances and the Tech 2 cap stable large shield booster. Boop. Love that. Goes from like here and then. Okay, we're out of drone range as well. Because on this ship, our drone control range is only 49 kilometers. What's he got for us? Another one of these. Right, we'll take it. Let's just approach the closest one. The key card you get from this is not consumed, so in theory we could blitz this second room in the future. Then there's not much point, because I have never in my 13 years of EVE life been able to do the last room in a single go. I've always had to warp out and come back, and I don't really want to have to warp out and come back and just fly through all these guys taking damage and then go through the gate. It's easier just to do a full clear. Besides, just more bounty and loot. Look at this, 768, 712, lots more money. How much loot have we actually got? I didn't want that and that, so let's jettison that rubbish. Where did I pick that up from? Okay, so in total we've looted 10.3 million in valuable items already. This is just generic loot table dice rolls. Because there are so many enemies, we're rolling the dice quite a lot. And we're getting all the good stuff. Not very much cargo left. It's basically because this is 50 on its own. That's 50. Yeah, these are all 50. All these big things. Well, if we need to, well, we're going to be warping out anyway. Might as well unload all the loot. The first time we have to warp out, we'll drop off all the loots. Okay, we'll just set up in the middle of his engines and just smash him right in the bum. Take that and that. Now you're a wreck. Right, let's have a look. What's he got for us? Not enough cargo space. That's annoying. Have we got enough for this? No. Well, we're full. So what we'll do is we'll save location on this thing. But nah, I'll just go and unload right now actually. Come to think of it, we'll just go and unload. Right, let's dock at this station.
Warp drive active.
Okay, back in room 2 after a quick dropping off of all the loot, and never expected to have to do that in this mission, but we got lucky with all the loot rolls. We've looted 10.4 million so far, on top of the 60 we're guaranteed to get for this, so we're up to 70 mil for this site if we can, again, huge caveat, if we can complete the last room, then we'll have that much. Because since the ship does have 615 cargo for some reason, it's got a huge cargo, we could just buy 5 cargo expanders and put them on, and yeah, I might do that. Keep 5 cargo expanders in the hold. Okay, we're in range. Let's get cracking. Maybe you should have waited for him to aggro before I put the drones out, but that's no biggie. And we could put the medium drones out in the third room to draw some aggro to themselves and away from us, but I don't want to do that because they'll die in like 1 second. That much damage. A couple of thousand DPS on one drone, it won't last very long at all. I'd rather not do that. We'll just rely on the panic button. There is actually a module called the panic module, which is for the Rorqual capital ship mining ship, and it actually makes it properly invincible for a while. So I must stop calling this the panic module, because it's not. Well, he only had missiles. That's annoying. Right, let's smash this thing to bits. In the Garista and Serpentis 5 out of 10s, they're very similar to this. 2 or 3 rooms full of enemies that you have to completely kill, and then web towers in the final room. But in the Serpentis and Garista variations, the loot dropper is a ship. So what you can do, you can kill the 3 web towers with long range ammo, get up to speed, and then kill the commander, bookmark his wreck, warp out, and then 5 minutes later the whole site despawns because you've killed the loot dropping commander, and then you can just warp back to his wreck and loot it. Unfortunately, as I said before, in this site, the loot dropper is a structure which has 100,000 hit points and takes 5 minutes to grind down, so we're going to have to do a full clear. Let's right click and reload to javelins because we need the range. We have the key card. The missiles are almost reloaded. Right, deep breath, here we go.
Warp drive active.
As soon as we land, we're going to align to this station and then pick up the 3 web towers and kill them. If we can. If we can't, then this site is a bust, and so's the other one. Here we go. Huge big ball of bad guys. Align to that, turn this on, stasis tower. Stasis tower. I can't see the other one. There it is, stasis tower. Come on, missiles, fly faster. Fly faster. Okay, we'll pick up a little bit more speed. Not much. We've only gone up to 45 meters a second. Oh, God. Right, panic module on. See the huge chunk we took off armor there as well. Everything aggresses at the same time. Right, we're out of here. We killed all 3 stasis towers, and that's all we had to do for this first attempt. Let's get out of here. Go, go, go. See how nasty that room is? Youch. And luckily, that means we can reload to rage and concentrate on killing things when we get back. Okay, let's hit the gate and go. And again, we'll align out to the station, hit full speed, and just kill as much as we can before we have to run away. Okay, we're in range or something, that's good. Please die before I have to run. Please. I need to kill at least 1 cruiser. Man, just so much damage in this room. So much. Right, 1 cruiser dead. Let's go for 2. Turn on the panic module. And now it's off again. Let's just get back up to half shield. Can we kill 2 before we have to go? I think I will. I think we'll just be belligerent and stay until we've killed 2. Yep, 2. That's good.
Warp drive active.
That's good. We can kill 2 cruisers per attempt, which means we can do this.
Warp drive active.
Okay, here we go again. And just hope that everything's within 28-kilometre range. Here we are. Yeah, we're kind of slashing across them as we approach this station. Not the worst result to be in. Right, there's a cruiser. There's a destroyer. Let's try and kill these 2. Getting up to speed. Damage tailing off. Not much is aggressed. Where is this cruise missile battery? 37 kilometres away. Damn, too far away. Okay, there's another cruiser. Excellent. I don't think everything is aggressed yet, which is good. We're managing to kill things on the sneaky. As soon as I say that, it all aggresses, of course. Let's go for 2 cruisers and a destroyer. And another... lots more cruisers. See, the more things we kill, the better the tank's doing, and eventually we won't have to warp out. Come on, kill this cruiser, come on. I saw that, I'll just fire some missiles at it. I'm not sure if we'll be able to kill this guy before we have to leave. Luckily nothing in here warp jams, otherwise we'd be in... I wouldn't even have attempted the site. I really wouldn't have. Okay, it looks like we're going to kill this guy before we have to leave. Right, let's go. Not bad. 3 cruisers and 2 destroyers. Here we go. Every time we go back, we're killing more things, lasting longer. Great. Here we go again.
Warp drive active.
The problem is we have actually dragged them out a fair bit. See, we're kind of flying off to the right and we're dragging them all out of place. So it's a little bit annoying because it means the cruisers aren't quite in range of our missiles. I think this one will be. Yeah, good, he's approaching. That's good. Good for us. Let's just see if we can pick off a couple of frigates this time as well, shall we? Let's be brave. Frigates, please. Are there any more cruisers in range? Yes, 1. Okay, let's try and get 3 cruisers this time. Reorganise the targets. Good. 1 frigate down. Second cruiser about to go down. Excellent. Tanks kinda getting there. Another frigate goes down. More DPS off the field. I mean, it's only a frigate, but it is shooting at us. Every little helps in this kind of situation. Every little helps. Right, panic module back on. Kill this cruiser and then another one, and then we'll leave. I need to bring the drones back. Problem is, we're so fast, we're actually outpacing the cruisers now. Is the tank holding? Is the tank holding? Not quite.
Warp drive
Next
active.
time will be the last time. The tank will hold. That one. I want the cruise missile one killed first if possible. We're not hitting it that hard, are we? And here comes everyone else. Everyone else has woken up to the fact that we're still on the field. Right, let's kill a frigate with the drones. Great, cruise missile batteries down. Let's kill the heavy missile battery. Then the light missile batteries. And then the cruisers. Tanks looking good. Tanks looking good. Tanks looking really good. Right, kill the light missile batteries. I think we're on to something here. Right, I'm going to stop aligning to the station and start manually piloting this thing. Let's do this. As usual, the drones have just scattered all over the place, completely ignoring their focus fire command. Right, let's reload to rage and smash this site to pieces. Excellent. Outstanding. And the drones are still killing whatever they want. How many frigates are left? Not very many. Excellent. Cool. It was dicey, a few warp outs, but we managed it with the aid of the panic module. That's the thing that drops the loot. 100,000 hit points. It's a complete pain because you can't blap it. Good. Cruiser down. Might as well wipe all the sentry towers off the field next. Even though they're all named Dingo and Bobo and Elite Warden and blah blah blah, they're not actually proper characters, they're just renamed normal ships. Seen that before on other combat sites. Right, that's all the frigates down. Bring the boys back, we'll spit out the mediums. And they can just chew away on the gun turrets. And I'll start killing the Elite Wardens. Love that they all stay in a big ball and just made it slowly chase us around. Idiots. Right, good. This has been much less painful than I thought it was. I was expecting to kill one cruiser per warp out, and even in the first warp out we managed 2. Then it was 2 in a destroyer, then it was 2 destroyers and 3 cruisers, I think, and then we started killing frigates, like 3 frigates and 2 cruisers each time. Each time we came back we were killing more things, able to stay longer. And now that it's nothing but battleships and gun turrets, we're completely fine. We can stay here forever. Never had to touch the panic module. Where's the next Elite Warden? We'll take that one next. These guys are almost 1 million each. It's all high value targets in here. Yeah, I might reload before we start shooting at this one. Again, just manually piloting. Because there's so much scenery in here, I really don't want to orbit because the orbit path is random and I don't want to start bouncing off things because I will die. Cool, so Archdeacon Andreev can run Angel 5 out of 10s, which are the hardest of the 5 out of 10s because there's no blitz. Because of this thing. This is a good day. Even if all we get is an Overseer's box, still 60 mil. Well worth it. Coming up on an hour and 20 minutes. Big ball of stupid battleships. I'm going to start looting. That's how brave I'm feeling. I'm going to start looting the field. Anything? No. Next wreck, please. Anything? No. Metal scraps. Next wreck, please. Anything here? No. Good. Next. Yay! Something worth taking. What's in here? Anything worth taking? Nope. Next. Your valuable items filter is still only at like 150,000. I really must bump that up one of these days. Nothing worth keeping there. Hey. I think the next wreck will be a battleship. Hopefully this guy will give us something. Mind you, the most valuable loot we found so far was in a frigate. That was the pink warp disruption thing. It's only a normal battleship. Anything worth here? No, nothing. They're just renamed normal battleships. Hey, 2 towers, 2 battleships left. Then the retirement home itself. How long have we got on the next site timer? 4.5 hours, excellent. It's not going to take me 4.5 hours to get up there and open it. Anything worth keeping? Nope. Well, no loot in this room so far. Goodbye, Bobo. We found an awful lot of hull repairers in this site, haven't we? An awful lot. All these cargo containers will just be ammo from the gun turrets. I'm not going to bother picking that up, it's not worth anything. Oh, something good. Wow, 1 million for a small artillery, really? Oh, and Dingo looks like he might have dropped something. Reload and it will start destroying the retirement home. You could try a battleship with a micro jump drive, but there's just so much damage. You'd have to pretty much do what we did. Micro jump drive, kill a couple of things and then warp out. Okay, well, Dingo didn't drop anything. Right, let's just approach this. See how long it takes to kill it, because it's got 100,000 hit points. We're getting maximum damage because it's got no resistances of any kind. And it hasn't even got an attributes tab. Right, turn the afterburner off. We don't need to move anymore. The site hasn't despawned because this is the despawn trigger for the site. So if you were going to try and blitz this room, you'd jump in, try and destroy this first, bookmark the cargo can, and then leave. But as you can see, it's not exactly something that you can snipe. We might have to reload 2 or 3 times to kill this damn thing. But that's just how it goes. What secrets does this hold for us? What kind of loot? Ooh, it's exciting. Because I know what kind of loot can come out of this thing. Time will tell. Enjoy the missile animations because they look great. Pew. They come out and then accelerate, launch and then accelerate. Okay, we're almost half out of our first ammunition reload, and it's only in about 25% shield. Still have the armour and hull to get through as well. The drones are just hitting all kinds of stupid random numbers. Oh, there it goes. Done. Alright, we didn't have to reload at all. Turns out the hull and armour are really weak. Well, look at that. 146 million-esque. Outstanding. As promised, 43.2 comes from this. Thank you. Gistum B-type, 58 meganewton micro arc drive, 103 million. Thank you very much. Then this B-type shield amp, 283,000. Wow. That was bloody great, wasn't it? Right, let's have a look.
Warp drive active.
Right, I'm going to go and I'm going to run the second site, and when I run the second site I will hit record and I will show you what we got from that. Okay everyone, I'm in the final room of the second site. This one was a bit strange actually. As you can see on the overview, there are no player stations to warp to. There's only one NPC station, and it's in a really awkward place to get to, because we warped in pretty much here, and obviously I was aligning out to that, which actually took me out of range of 2 of the web towers really quickly. So I was only able to kill 1, then I warped out, then I came back and I killed the other 2 without moving, because as soon as I moved I was out of range of them, and then warped out, and then I came back, and then after killing all the towers, warped in, aligned to the station, hit the afterburner and managed to kite everything. Like, all the frigates were faster than everything else, that's why they're all bunched up here. You can see small, 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 all the small wrecks are here. All the frigates chased me, and I was able to keep loaded with javelins and pick off all the frigates, and then all the cruisers separated from the battleships. The battleships are all still back here. See, all the mediums are here. The cruisers had followed me, so I was able to remain on javelins and slowly plink away at them, but the tank was fine. I only had to do this once, and then I just headed straight up, looped back, left all the battleships floundering out here, and I ran all the way around the back this way, come in this side, destroyed all the towers, the cruise missile, heavy missile, light missile, gun turrets, and then I dove straight into the middle of the big group of battleships and killed all them. So I only actually had to warp out 2 or 3 times, and 2 of them was to hit the web towers. Unbelievable. We didn't get anywhere near as big a volume of random loot as we did in the first site, but we got 14.6 million out of it. We got way more money-wise for a lot less space, which is great. The final bounty for the other site did come in, 2.4, so it is 20.5 million, give or take. So 20 mil plus 14.6 plus a guaranteed 43.2 from whatever's in this, which we shall very soon see. Yes, we did start off with 10,000 Nova Rage. We're now down to 3,800. So 2 sites uses an awful lot of ammo. And I think we began with 1,500 Nova and we're down to 800 because we ended up using a lot of javelins in this final room in this one. I'm not sure if I'd do this tactic again. It kind of depends where your warp out is. See, we warped in here, and if you look ahead in space, there's like nothing to warp to. There's no stargates, stations, asteroid belts, planets. Like, there's absolutely nothing over here. The only stuff there is sunward. Okay, that's the end of that. Let's open the box, see what we get. Another 159 million-esque. Oh, today's been outstanding. Go. There's a medium shield booster worth 106. Boop. Another 43.2 from that. Lovely. And another, no, not bad, 9.8 from that. That's pretty good. Okay, let's dock at this station. This is where we left everything. This is the only armor damage I took in that entire site. I didn't bother repairing because I didn't want to pay for repairs here. In fact, I did actually take a bit of a side trip and I bought an enduring armor repairer just so if he took lots of damage I could dock, fit that, undock, repair, and then dock back up and unfit it again, but I never used it, which was great.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yeah, so let's see what we've got in total from today, because I obviously brought all the loot from the previous mission. So there's the previous one, 159, and this one, 174. So all told, we have 333 million-esque plus, call it 41 from the bounties. So that's 370 million-esque in a single day, and we have never done that before in this character. This is from 2 sites. I mean, yes, it's taken about 3 hours to run them, but it's from 2 sites. And let me tell you, this is pretty much just like a half decent result from this site. I mean, 150 odd is about average from what you get. You can get up to 500 or 600 million from a single site. So we've had an extremely lucrative day. Remember, this ship cost 300 million, well, 276, and we've paid it back plus extra profit in one day. The very first day of use that we got out of the ship, it's paid for itself. This is why 5 out of 10s are absolutely awesome. Of course, the skill now is to take this lot to market without being killed. So I shall go and do that. You guys just chill out and do whatever you do. Watch some more videos. Other people's videos are available on YouTube. And until that time, take good care of yourselves. I'm going to take good care of this ship. I love it to bits. And I shall talk to you later.